Good morning everybody, and here is your monthly reading, so video reading. You have 3 crystals to choose from this month, and I'm going to show you the crystal, and as usual you're going to choose which one you're drawn to the most. So if you are drawn to the Aventurine, the green Aventurine, this one's going to be your reading. Or you have the rose quartz. If you're drawn to your rose quartz, that will be your reading. Or if you're drawn to the calcite, the yellow calcite, that will be your reading. So we've got the green Aventurine, the pink rose quartz, or the yellow calcite. I will place the timestamp in below so you know which one to go to, or the timestamp to go to. Get straight to your reading. Enjoy. Thank you. So, what do you need to know this month? We will shuffle the cards and see what I'm being drawn to for you for this month. So, for those of you that chose this reading, what are you going to be drawn to? What do you need guidance for? What areas in your life do you need to gain knowledge and experience in? Okay, see what we've got. So let's see where we're going to start with your reading for this month. Okay, so this is looking promising for you. This is looking really promising actually. First thing I'm going to say is, can we be careful of your emotions? Can you think things through really carefully before you make your decisions this month? I feel you may be a little bit hot-headed at times, so you do just need to question what's going to come out of your mouth before it comes out. So that is sort of like your overall, just think things through carefully. Don't do anything hasty, just take your time on deciding where it is and what you're going to be going through. But I can tell you that you are coming to the end of one cycle at the moment and going to be starting a new one. The new cycle that's coming in is going to give you a few challenges. You're going to question yourself and think, are you good enough? Can I do this? Is it all going to go straight forward, and is it all going to go to plan? Yes, you are good enough, and yes, it should all go to plan because you've got luck on your side with this card here. So we need to stop second guessing ourselves, but at the same time don't make any hasty moves. So just take your time deciding where it is and what it is that you're going to be heading towards. There is going to be lots of movement, lots of decisions that are going to be made, and that's why I'm saying you just need to make sure you've taken your time making them, and that you're going to have no regrets. And you're going to have a lot asked for you this month as well. I do feel as if it's going to be very much a very high and low with your emotions. That's why I want you to try and keep them in check at all times. Really be aware of your emotions this month, because you're going to be working through some of your fears. You're going to be working through am I good enough? You're going to be working through which direction you're going to be going in. So you're going to be doing a lot of work on yourself, but it's also deciding where it is you want to go. I feel as if you've so far over the past 2 or 3 months, you've been putting everybody else first and not yourself. So this is very much a time to reflect where it is you've been, where it is you're going, what it is you're wanting to achieve, and putting those plans into action. It really is very much a your waiting time's been over, and now it's a time to set your goals and start achieving where it is you're wanting to go. So it's really, really good. It's the times to look at all areas in your life. Look at your finances. What are you happy and what aren't you happy with there? Look at your relationships, what can be improved, not just on a romantic level, but on a friendship and family level as well. It's like, what can be improved, what can be changed, because I really feel as if there's been very strong elements recently where you've just been feeling a little bit run down, a little bit what's going for me, where am I going, what am I achieving, and everything at a standstill as such. And I feel a little bit sorry for yourself, if that's the right words, but it's just, that's all sort of passing now, and you've realised that you've had to just sort of take stock and stop, and so not physically stop, but just not progress so much. And it sort of everything feels as if it's been a bit like hard work, and you're not sure which direction you've been going, and you know there's been changes coming in, but they've not really come in, and you've not really seen the benefit of it all. And it's the feeling of, oh, when will things change? Yes, it's now. Now is the time when things are going to start changing. Now is the time when you can start putting all those plans into action, and it's all going to start falling into place. So it's very much time now to really look at every area of your life to decide where it is you're wanting to go and what it is that you wanted to do now, this minute, because it's like your stars are being rewritten for you recently, and you can start focusing on what it is you really, really want in life. Okay, so that's what these cards are saying. So they're really good cards, and they're just, like I say, asking you to take stock of what's been happening, what you've not liked, and what you want to change. Because, like I say, your stars are changing, you can change, and it's now time to you to sort of say, right, this time is now for me. I can do this. Now, there is going to be some elements that are going to get in the way. So I'm going to use, which cards am I going to use for your obstacles? I'm going to use these ones. I'm drawn to these. So there is going to be some obstacles. I'm only going to draw about 4 out for your obstacles. So hopefully they'll be chosen for me. Let's what obstacle? There we go. Well, yeah, we're going to have that one as well because it sort of stays separate. So there's 2. What obstacles, please? I'd like another 2 cards for the obstacles. Are you gonna choose yourself, or am I choosing? Looks like I'm choosing. I'll give it one more go. No, we'll have that one because that's oh no, there's 2. They're standing out. Okay, right, what obstacles are going to be in the way of them? So we've got sadness, we have trust, but that's upside down. We've got peace, that's the right way up, and we've got fear. Yeah, fear, wrong way around. Okay, so even though there is going to be some obstacles coming in, because there's always obstacles, there's always something we need to learn, isn't there? So even though there is going to be some, they're not going to be as bad as they have been in the past. So yes, there's going to be some sadness, because I do feel as if there's going to be people, things, areas that you are going to be leaving behind. There is changes, there is movement within your life. So yes, there will be sadness, because you're going to be leaving some things behind that you're possibly not ready to leave behind, but deep down you know it's the right decision and you know it's the right way to go. You do trust. It's upside down because it's saying there's not an obstacle there. So you do trust in the spirit world. You do trust in your guardian angels, your spirit guides, your helpers, your team. You do trust in them. But even though you do trust, you're still hesitant, and that's quite okay. It's quite normal. You just have to try and peace your mind, so quiet your mind, to allow the peace in, to allow your mind to stop looking at the negatives rather than the positives, especially through the things that you're going to be leaving behind. So the peace is there. You're just having to allow it to come into your mindset a little bit more, your mind, your body, to feel it. Otherwise you may get quite anxious over this next month. And there's nothing to worry about. You've got nothing to fear, which is absolutely perfect for you at the moment. So like I say, lots of movement going forward this month, and I feel that it's in every area. I feel as I'm actually feeling as if this is an overall a reading rather than an in point. It could actually happen in most areas because it's such a big I want to say a big moment for you. It's more than a moment, but it's a big time for you where there's so much changes. It's not just in your relationship, it's not just in work, it's not just in family or your health or your wealth. It's not just in one area, it's in every area. So there's lots of major changes coming in. It may be subtle to start with, but it will get very, very strong and in depth later on. Okay, so that's all something you need to be remembering of. So like I say, your obstacles, there aren't really any obstacles. The obstacles are going to be you trying to possibly hold on to some areas that you probably don't need to anymore. But like I say, just trust your spirit team. I've got your back, and allow it just to peacefully change, the transition to sort of just change round, and then you've got nothing to fear about whatsoever. Okay, so let's see if you can do all of that. If that all happens, what's going to be the outcome? What cards am I going to choose for the outcome? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What cards am I going to choose for those outcomes? I'm going to choose a few different ones. I'm going to have one of these. I'm going to pick that one there. Outcome. Live life. You're going to live your life. Lovely. What else? I'm going to have one of these in here. You're going to feel loved and feel confident. One of those. Fantastic. You're going to have promises. The promises of what you've been told is going to happen is all going to start coming into play. One more. Let's have one more. Which one we're going to go for? One of these. Abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in this present moment, and that is what you will experience. So abundance, feel as if it's all coming in. So that really fits in with everything that I've just been saying. That it's all here, as long as you keep your mindset nice and calm and peaceful, and don't panic about some of the areas that will step to one side. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about a really big like wake up call or a massive change. It's going to be just that things from the past that have been bothering you are all going to start now slipping to one side, and you're going to start experiencing all the all the things you've been working towards, they're all going to start falling into place. Now, this isn't all going to happen all in 1 week. It's going to happen over a period of time. So don't panic, okay? It's all going to be nice and smooth. It's just reminding you that everything that you have been doing that you think is absolutely not coming into fruition, it is. It's all starting to come in. So this month is very much a remembering what it is that you want, reaffirming what it is that you want, and waiting for it to start falling into place, and believing that you've already got it. Believe that it's already coming, believe it's already here, and that is one of the mindsets that you have achieved then. Okay, so I hope you know that's all making sense. Now I am going to do a affirmation card, so there's something I want you to try and focus on just for this month. So I'm going to draw an affirmation card for you, and just pick the card. So I'd like you to remind yourself daily that my beauty shines from the inside out, and that is rebirth. So again, that fits in with everything that we've just been talking about, that things are changing for you and you've just got to believe in it. So saying that affirmation daily for you, my beauty shines from the inside out, will really help you to believe in yourself and that you are worthy. Okay, so I really hope all that makes sense for you for this month, and yeah, change that mindset. All looking good. Thank you. Hello, and are you ready to hear what you need to know this month? This is a reading for you, and it's going to give you some guidance on what you need this month. So have a think while I'm shuffling the cards what it is that you need to know, and let's see what they tell us. Okay, what do we need to know this month? There we go, we'll go with those. We have follow the voice of your soul, upside down. We have shift your perception, right way up. Be devoted and committed, upside down. Connect with your emotions, right way up. Harness mystical powers, right way up. Move in a new direction, upside down. And drop your shields. Okay, so I want to say recently you have not been listening to your intuition enough. You've not been listening to your inner chitter chatter. We need to be listening to it more. I feel as if we have got in a bit of a, not a rut, but a, not hardship. How do I want to put this? How do I want to say it? You've just been, it's like everything's been hard work and you have no energy and you just cannot be bothered to do anything. I feel as if your intuition has been saying what you can do to get yourself out of it, but you're a little bit more the saying of, oh dear, it's just too much like hard work, and what if it doesn't work? And you're sort of like, you've got your ego, your guardian angel, your ego or your soul, sort of battling against each other. There's a bit of a battle going on. You're not listening to your elders or listening to advice from friends, and I do feel as if quite a few people are a little bit worried about you. Now that's what I feel has been going on. I still feel it's going on to a degree, but it's not as bad as it was. What I'm saying is that it's not as bad as it was, because now I feel as if you are actually connecting with your soul and your emotions more. There has been lots of releasement, lots of tears, lots of sadness, lots of anxiety that has been released, and now that feels as if the fog has been removed and you're understanding sort of more what's going on and what's been talking and who's been trying to help you, and that's all making more sense. And it's the feeling of, I can understand what you're saying now, but at the time when they was trying to help, you just couldn't see it because you didn't want to see it. But now you know that you've got people around you that are trying to help you, guide you, and looking out for you, which is fantastic. And you've started listening more to your intuition again. So you've gone from not listening to listening. So that's good. So there's an improvement. But I still feel as if you feel, what do I do? Where do I go? What's going to happen? You know you need to move in a different direction, but you don't know what direction you want to be moving in. You know that things need to change for you to be happy, but you don't know how to make those changes. You've had to go through this phase, which I feel as if you've been through something similar in the past, and now you're like, oh, why have I had to go through this phase again? Well, I do feel as if the reason why you've had to go through this phase again is because you are very much somebody that likes to help other people, and unfortunately, if you didn't experience any hurt or pain or rejection, then you couldn't help somebody else through that hurt, that pain and that rejection. Okay, so maybe there was something that you didn't quite grasp the first time round, but you've got it now. You've understood it now, and now that lesson has fully been learned, and that you will be able to help others go through this when you've gone through the whole healing process yourself. This isn't going to be tomorrow. This is going to take some time, but it's the feeling of you've done it. You've experienced it, and you can now move on and move forward. So you do have to do a lot of shifting. You do have to do a lot of decision making. But I really do feel as if you need to listen to those 2 or 3 friends that have been constantly down by your side, watching out for you, and enlisting them and helping you make some of these decisions, because you've started to realise very recently that what they were saying to you 2 or 3, 4 months ago even was spot on. So listen to their advice, because they're really searching and looking out for you. Okay, right, so obstacles. Let's have a look, see what obstacles are going to get in the way for this month, for you not to be able to put all this behind you for the better and for forever. That's the word I was looking for, forever. So obstacles. I'm going to go with these ones again. So I'll have four obstacles, if there is any. So 2. Yeah, 1, 2. So the obstacle that was in place, which is no longer because it's upside down, was that you felt constricted. You no longer feel constricted. It's no longer an issue. So that's good. So where you were constricted or where you felt constricted has now moved, and that's no longer an issue. So we can let go of that fear because it's not coming in any longer. That's happened, it's done with, and you can move on. So you can stop feeling like that and understand that you are safe now, that you are in a better place, a place where you can feel safe and you can be who you are and who you need to be. Okay, so that again is not an obstacle anymore. Clarity, you're still searching for some clarity on why all of this has been going on for this, I want to say 6 months to even a year, why you've had such like one obstacle and then another obstacle to sort of like overcome. And it's because you've been looking for clarity. You've been looking at how things could change. You've wanted change. You've not wanted to give up on this situation as such, if that's the right words to use. But it's just the feeling of you didn't want to have to make the changes or the leaps. You wanted to stay where you were. You were quite enjoyed where you were when it all worked out to your best interest, but it wasn't always the case because other people were involved, and which you had no control over. So you've been searching for clarity still, and you're still trying to search for clarity of like why. What I need to say to you at this moment is you're not going to get it. You're not going to get closure to the degree that you want it. So I feel as if it's just let waters go, let water run under the bridge, or whatever the sayings are. They give me these sayings, I don't have a clue what they are. Because if you don't, you can't get the joy, because you'll always be thinking what if, you'll always be thinking coulda, shoulda, woulda. That's not the right things to do. You know deep down that you had to make that shift, had to change where you were going, because it was just getting you down. It was getting you run down as well as down, and there was nothing, it was out of your control, or so you thought. But then you decided no, enough's enough, and you've made that jump and that move, and now you've done it. You've got to let that past go, because you've made the right choices for you. Okay, so if you can do that, what's going to happen? So outcomes, let's have a look. We're going to have this card here, one of these. Let's have that one. Awakening. You're going to awaken. You're going to realise, yes, I feel so much lighter. Look at all the beautiful colours in that card, and the wisdom and the third eye is all being lit up, and it's like, yes, that's it. So very, very soon you're gonna these obstacles are just going to disappear, because you're just going to realise that yes, I've done the right thing, everything's fallen into place, and let's get on with this now. Let's not think about the past, let's not dwell on what could have, and look at where we are going. We can't change the past, but we can certainly make a massive difference to our future. So that's all going to start falling into place. Fantastic. Let's have one in here. Stormfields, but it was upside down. So even though you've got the awakening feeling, and you know that you've made the right choices, you are still it's still gonna pop up every now and again. Have a. Need to concentrate on this one. Don't keep slipping back. Don't allow yourself to slip back. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to make you feel down. Okay. We'll have one of these. One on top of that. Be the light. So keep yourself positive. Keep yourself within the light. Keep yourself grounded. Listen to the wise ones again. You've got the wise out there. Listen to the wise ones again. They're your friends. Keep listening to them. Keep staying positive. Keep being in the light rather than the darkness. As soon as you can feel yourself slipping away from the light, we need to do something. We need to, we'll look at the affirmation and see what can help you there in a moment. But you just need to be aware of your emotions all the time. So you've got 2 emotion cards in here. One was good, one was not so good. So you're just going to have to keep really being aware of all your emotions, keeping on track of that, and stay in your sacred place. So whenever you get that feeling, just take yourself away from everybody, especially the people that, or the situations that make you feel down in the first place. Take yourself away to somewhere special, find the light, and just stay as positive as you can. So basically what your possibles are saying is that if you can stay as positive as you can, as pure as you can, and don't let yourself slip back into the dark, then you can achieve anything. And just look at all those colours and think about all those beautiful bright colours and allow them to heal you from the inside out. Okay, so I'm going to choose an affirmation for you from this month, something for you to focus on to try and help you through. I am patient and act when the time is right. So at this moment in time, all you need to do is be patient. All you need to do is think about you, think about what it is that you're wanting to achieve and where you're wanting to go to help you move away from the darkness and into the light. Okay, and into that nice, bright, pure energy that is you. So all you need to do for this month, whenever you feel as if everything's getting on top of you, is say, I am patient and act when the time is right. You have peace within. Find your peace within again, and everything will start falling into place. Now, if that means by doing a little bit of yoga, then go for it. But I feel as if it's just sitting in your power, believing in who you are, finding who you are. Find that peace within, and everything else will help. So keep working on that affirmation. I am patient and act when the time is right. I hope that makes sense. Thank you. Okay, we're here. Now we'll have those flicked round straight away. We're here ready to do a video reading for you to see what you need to know this month. So start thinking about everything that you would like to know possible answers to for this month, and we'll see what we need to say. Okay, so just keep thinking about what you need to know for this month. Right, so what do we need to know? What have we got on our minds? Lots of ideas, all bringing them to life. Sing your own song, be your own person. That means be your own, there's 2 there. Be your own person. Time to let go. Set some healthy boundaries. Have you been working a little bit too much? Possibly. Embrace the in-between. There is no in-between, it's upside down, so that's just answered my question. Maybe been working way too much. Need to get more of a balance. Never alone. So are you working because you feel lonely and you've got nothing else to do? Let's have a look. Be playful. You're getting a little bit of a telling off, I believe, with these cards. So far, we've got, yes, okay, you've got so many ideas and you've got so many plans, and this all feels work related straight away. I feel like I wanted to talk about your work. you're wanting to find something really different, and that's what your plans are connected to, that you're doing something different, and you know that you're wanting to sing to your own tune or beat to your own drum, whatever way you want to say it. You're different, you're individual. There is a new element to this beating to your own drum, being individual. This is fairly new to you. You're still learning who you are, which is fine. You're always going to learn who you are. You're never going to get to the place where you know who you are completely. So there's always going to be something new to learn about you. But while you're learning you, this new you, there's people that need to be, or people or places that need to be let go of. That I feel that's already happening. Okay, you do need to set some boundaries when it comes to work and home life and family. I do feel as if the work is possibly overtaken a little bit, and we're not getting a lot of time in between working and everything else that needs to be done. So there's not much time to play, and these cards are asking you to be more playful, rather than thinking about people that aren't with you anymore. I feel as if you're trying to keep your mind busy because of that, but they're saying you still have to make time to have fun. Okay, see the bigger picture. So I feel as if there's been lots of questioning as well of where you're going, what you're doing, what you want to achieve with all these new ideas that's coming into play, and you really don't know what it is, and you're just trying to focus. You're trying to focus on now and what's going on now, and trying to get a plan of action going in, and looking at which direction you're going and how it's all going to start working in. And you're also trying to work out how that's going to affect you in, say, 5-10 years time. And you're too busy trying to see how you're going to get to where you want to be in 5 to 10 years time, rather than actually enjoying life at the moment. So you need to stay a little bit more focused in the here and now as well. Okay. And claim your independence. So that is, I don't know, I keep thinking about how beautiful these cards are, how bright they are, how cheerful they are, and how much colour. The colour is beautiful, and the detail is lovely, and that's what's actually really drawing me to these cards at the moment. So I know you must be contemplating things in a lot of detail, because that's the bits I'm really focusing on. So I really do need to say again that you've got so many different ideas, but how do they all fit in? How do they all fit in with your life? How do they all fit in with your family's life? And how can you go forward with it? How do you get from A to B? A to B, A to B. How do you get there? How do you get from A to B? You're at A, you want to be at B. But does it matter how long it takes you to get to B? That's what I need to keep. That's the thoughts that keeps coming to mind. Doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you enjoy the journey from A to B, as long as you see the details from A to B. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you focus on all the good parts in between and don't just want to get to B. Because if you do that, you're going to miss out on so much, and then realise when you've got to B, just on what everything you have missed out on. You feel as if you have to change completely to be understood. You feel as if at the moment you're in limbo land and you're not sure where or who you are and what it is, everything that is going around. And the feeling of that you need to it's like you need to start again completely everywhere. That's what you think you need to do, but you don't. You need to change enough. No, take that back. You need to change the people around you rather than you change. You need to educate the people that don't understand you. And it doesn't matter if you have to repeat the words over and over and over again, as long as you do it. I feel like you're having to train toddlers before they go to school. You know, once they get to school, they're gonna start learning anyway, but there's so much that you need to learn or need to teach them before they get to school, and that's what I feel you need to do with people around you. Teach them the basics, teach them the foundations of life, the bits that they don't understand, because I feel that's where there's something missing. So that's with how you've changed, what you've learned, what you've understood recently. There's been a shift in your energy. Your perspective of life has changed, and now people aren't understanding you, or you feel as people aren't understanding you. You feel as if they're not on the same wavelength because you're singing your own song. The other people don't know your song, so you need to teach them it. Lots of teaching, lots of education, lots of saying the same thing over and over again for something to sink in. So you're thinking that everybody around you needs to change. Yes, they do, but you're the one to change them. Rather than you change, they need to change. I hope that makes sense, how I've put that. Okay, right, obstacles. These have worked brilliant for the obstacles on the last two, so I'm going to stick with these. But are there any obstacles this month? Are there any obstacles? That one was meant to come out. I think I was meant to... Oh, there we go. I have those ones. We have joy, we have anger, and we have confusion. Okay, so at this moment in time, with how you've been feeling and everything that you've been learning and how you've been changing, you don't feel as if you can be your true self. You don't feel as if you can sing your own song as loudly as you'd like to sing it, because you think everybody will look at you and think, holy crap, what's happened? It's not the case, but it's making you feel a little bit sad inside. So you just need to think, sod it, I don't care what anybody else thinks, and just be you. And that's when you'll feel more empowered, more enlightened, and feeling as if you are actually really are on the right path. Now, by doing that, it may make other people around you think, what on earth is going on? Not, they won't be angry, but you will think that they are stepping back because they don't know who you are. They're confused, and you've got the confusion card there. So that's not your confusion, because you know what's going on. It's other people around you will feel confused and think, oh my goodness. Let's just try to put an example in here of what I'm trying to say. So if you were, say your job before your change, say if your job before your change was a secretary, and you came to work every day as a secretary and spoke about the weather and where you was going to go on holiday and all the mundane kind of things. And then all of a sudden you have an epiphany, or if that's the right word, and you understand who you are, and your focus and your change of life is very much more on a natural kind of aspect. So I'm not saying that you're oh God, I can't remember words. I'm not saying that you have had a wake up call with spirit. It's more of just a mindset, more of a who you want to be and what you want to achieve, and you're more natural. So you want to do yoga, you want to go out for walks in your bare feet and just be in nature and just happy with being with yourself. So, and then you start sort of saying, instead of, oh, isn't the weather nice, you start saying, oh, at the weekend I went down to the river and started walking barefoot and hugged a tree, and I went to a festival, and I know all of those different elements. People look around you and think, oh my God, what's happened? And question. And that's the bit you need to educate very, very slowly, to start to educate the new way of life, your new way of looking, because what's happening is your vibration is shifting, but you're leaving people behind. And it's up to the people whose vibration is shifting quicker to educate the others. We all need educating. We all need to be shown what we need to be doing for a more natural and spiritual way of life. Okay, so there's no obstacles in your way, because you realise there's no obstacles. You realise that everybody is at one, and there isn't a right and a wrong as such. You're realising all of that. So that's what, but the confusion and the anger are everybody around you. You have the joy, but the confusion and anger is everywhere around you, because we're not educating enough of what's happening to the planet, to the universe enough. So this is a little bit of a mission for you, very softly, softly. Don't be scared of being different, and try and show everybody the bigger picture. Okay, right, if we can all do that, the outcomes are going to be one of these. Outcomes. End of the tough cycle approaches. So it's all going to start making sense to you and others around you. This one is going to be travel. So that the travel could be connected to you physically travelling, or that the education, the teachings that you're going to be bringing in, travel and get known. I feel it's that one. One of these, magical map shifter. So you have been placed, everything's shifted around you, and you've been placed where you are now for a reason. And you're understanding all of this, but you're just not sure how you're getting from A to B again. Don't worry about the A and B, worry about the middle part, because it'll all start making sense when you start focusing on the right parts. And one more, let's have a look. The outcome, these are really good cards. Value your own self-worth. So don't question how should I do this? While I'm doing all of this, I also need to live. And you're questioning on what if you're an expert enough in talking about what you're talking, because you still feel fairly new at everything. But yeah, you still need to live. You still need to earn. And Spirit are going to bring guardian angels. Your team are all going to bring in the tools for you to appreciate your self-worth and understand your self-worth very, very soon. So that's really good. Right, affirmation. What's your affirmation for this month moving forward? What's going to help you achieve everything on here? So let's have a look. Let's split the pack. Go. No, I don't want to go there. Well, maybe you have two. I want to go there. Peace. Answers to my challenges come during the quietest moments. So when you are challenged, or when you have a challenge, because you are still challenging yourself too, meditate, do yoga, and just listen to the peace within and ask them to help release any of the challenges that you're getting from yourself and from others. So answers to my challenges come during the quietest moments. So again, listen to your inner soul to find the answers. And again, answers to my challenges come during the quietest moments. I felt as if I needed to, but I feel really happy with that one for you. So I'm going to leave it with just that one affirmation. So just keep thinking whenever there's a challenge coming into place, that the answers to those challenges will come when you're at the quietest. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I hope that makes sense. And thank you.